What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Titan Talk. Losing track of the number here, so we're just going to jump right into it. Sometimes I go on and on when I start these episodes, and I just talk and nobody wants to hear that. So let's jump right into it today. It's a half day, so we're a little crunch for time. We're going to go right through introductions, and then, like always, guys, I have no idea what we'll end up talking about. I got this little cheat sheet in front of me, so I have some ideas and some of the things I can ask you guys, but outside of that, just depends on where the conversation goes. We'll have a little fun. Hopefully we joke around a little bit. Hopefully we don't get too out of pocket. Ryan.
Ryan.
All right, but let's get introductions out of the way, and then we'll start going. We'll have a little bit of fun. We'll get to know you guys a little bit better. Sitting right next to me to my left.
We got Paul here.
That is Paul sitting across the table.
Logan.
Right next to me on the right.
Ryan.
Oh, that's it. This whole build-up, he's all, let me go last. Let me introduce myself last. And that's what I get right there. That's what I get. It's Ryan. That's it.
I was not expecting that.
All right. 3 7th grade boys with me right now. Again, kids I have in class. I love it because I get to know you guys not just as the students behind the desk, but like who you actually are. So I always start something similar. I had some like the other part of your group in here, I think, not that long ago.
Yeah.
And I started the same way with them. When did you guys all meet each other? Because this seems like when I look at you guys in class, and you two are in class together, you're in a separate class, but I see you guys in the halls and all this stuff. It seems like you guys have known each other a while.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
I met Logan in preschool.
Yeah.
Preschool?
Preschool.
Okay, so you guys so you two have known each other almost forever.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. What about Paul? When did you meet?
I probably met
Who'd you meet
Ryan
first?
around like first grade.
So okay, this
But,
goes back a while.
Ryan like introduced me, like Logan and like the other ones like introduced me like to Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we each became friends pretty quickly. And then like I met like Logan, funny story, at a barbershop. Like
So
there's, like,
you guys
this
were
random
talking about
reason.
this just before, and I was like, barbershop, what are we talking about? So you guys actually met at a barbershop?
Yeah.
Okay. How?
So like Logan was getting like this haircut, and like my mom like ran into his mom. It was weird, and like she was just like friendly, and like I don't know, she like became friends, and like
So-
I met Logan, like had a play date with him, and it was like great friend.
And there you go. And now you
Yeah.
guys are still friends today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a barbershop. I'm looking out around the room. The three of you have crazy lettuce going on right now. When was the last time any of you got a haircut?
Probably like 4
I
weeks
need
ago.
one right now.
You got a haircut a month ago?
Yep.
What about you, bro? That's you got an incredible amount of lettuce.
A month ago.
What do they do? What do they cut a single hair and then you get up out of the chair?
No, I
it's more than
I
you
get
think,
faded
actually.
out.
You get it?
I need a haircut though.
Oh my
What I probably
god!
do is I'll just get like a trim, and
Will
it's
you
just like
guys-
shaping it out.
I get like a
Would
trim
you
on the
guys
top.
ever
and then, like,
buzz your hair?
no,
No.
never.
Never.
Maybe
Yes,
summer.
maybe,
Maybe
actually,
summer.
yeah.
Maybe
So
summer.
Yeah,
Paul
I'm
was
like
Paul was a quick like, nah, I'm not cutting.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting the lettuce.
Yeah.
Logan's like maybe summer.
Not like now, but maybe eventually in my life.
Okay.
Because like
Oh,
with
maybe.
because also like with this hair, it's like comfortable, and like when you're cold, like it also it's like a hat.
Yeah, right.
Oh, trust me. The winter, I understand. The summer.
It gets
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, it gets
Brutal.
hot. It does get hot.
And when you swim, it gets like in your hair.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
annoying.
The horror.
That's
The
annoying.
horror.
That's annoying. That's annoying.
I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this before, but I'm no stranger to the flow.
Oh, I saw you.
Oh,
You saw
I
this
saw
before?
this. I saw this. Ryan, you
I
have to
mean,
look at this.
bro, that's
Oh my god.
that's some
immaculate.
flow right there.
That is
You got
it.
some,
That's-
I see Paul.
You see the wings?
I
You
see
see the
Paul.
wings there?
I want wigs. The
But-
wings are nice.
So I get that.
Little mullet going.
But you mullet.
I'm gonna cut
That
it.
wasn't really a
eventually.
mullet.
Like when I'm older, I'm not gonna be like a 40-year-old with messy hair. Like I'm
exactly.
I just find it funny that it looks like you guys have not had a haircut in forever, and I don't mean that as an insult. You guys just have some long hair
Yeah.
flowing, but you guys meet in a barbershop. That's
It's like
hysterical.
it's like the style go. Like
It
long
is.
hair.
Yeah, shaking the hair up in the front.
Yeah.
That's the messiness.
Yeah.
You mess it up in the front. When I was your guys' age, it was like the wings out on the side.
Yeah, I like both. It's
All
like
right, so you guys known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
You guys hang out, you get along. I'm looking down at the sheet right now. There are a lot of things that I could pull from that it looks like almost all of you do, and I would say most of it is sports based.
Yeah.
When I'm looking down at
yeah,
the,
so
at
it's
the list
basically
here.
it's basically if like one of us does it, we all do it.
Okay, and so like I look down here, right, and I see we're in winter, so I'll go with one of the winter sports. I see basketball all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
see 1, 2, and 3 basketball. Are you guys on the same teams? Do you play at the same time?
Me and Paul are on the same JCC team, and
Okay.
me and
Ryan.
Logan do peace. We
Yeah.
do peace. Like,
So you're on a couple of teams. So you're on Ryan. You're on one team with Paul. You're on one team with Logan. Which team is better?
JCC.
JCC.
Without doubt.
Wow.
Actually,
yeah.
And Logan's
actually-
accepting
Well,
that.
I play for fun. They like actually
Actually-
competitive.
Oh, they.
Yeah, exactly.
think-
Peace is like.
It might be Peace because we
Our
have
starting
Ethan
five.
Katz.
Our starting
and we have
five is-
Oh, yeah,
Brandon.
yeah, they are good. They're all eighth grade.
Ethan's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ethan's good.
Ethan's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you play with the Peace team. You play with the JCC team.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
only teams you guys play for.
For
Yeah, this is my
basketball.
first
For
time playing basketball.
Competitive.
Same.
Yeah, no, ever.
What made you?
You
What
played
made you pick it up?
Well, I just saw them playing basketball, like, and like we would go to like the IC like during like the summertime
Okay,
when we would like
okay.
shoot some hoops around,
Yeah.
and I find it very fun to play.
Yeah, cool.
Relax.
So I just like got started.
All right.
Started
So
playing.
if basketball is not your main sport, what is your main sport? Would you say?
I'd have to say baseball first, and then football second.
Baseball, football. I see you shaking your head, Logan. You
Baseball.
agree?
Baseball.
What's your main sport?
Basketball.
Basketball is
Yeah.
your main. That's why you're on two teams. That makes sense. All right. So let's stick with the basketball thing for a second. You are a shooter, a dribbler, a passer, a defender. Like, what's your strong suit on the court?
I'm a guard, so usually like
So you're a bit of a shooter.
passing. No, I'm a point guard though.
Oh, point guard. I thought you meant shooting guard, or like a 2 or a 3.
I can shoot like mid range.
Okay.
Like, usually passing. And,
All right. So you play the
I
one.
can get down low.
You
too. I can
handle the
miss.
ball.
Yeah.
You dish the rock.
Basically, like
Okay.
the quarterback of the whole
Yeah,
court.
okay. Yeah.
I
he's the
have a lay
quarterback.
package. I have a lay package.
If one of your teammates listens to this, are they going to agree with this, or are they going to think you're hyping yourself up a little bit?
I think you could agree with that.
I'm one of Ryan's
Alright.
teammates, and I could
I'll
agree.
agree.
Oh,
I'll agree with
awesome!
that. I'll agree
Awesome.
with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, let me go across the table. Let's switch back to baseball because you guys both said that's your main sport.
Yeah.
Give me positions. What positions
Shortstop.
we playing? Shortstop.
Wherever the coach puts me.
There's my guy right there.
I
So-
didn't play shortstop or center.
All right, so
yeah.
shortstop and center. Now let me ask you this because I love that response. That's a nice, like, just perfect response. Coach, wherever you need me, I'll go. I love it.
My first
I got you, Coach. I got
If
you.
you're showing up for a tryout and coach says go to your number one spot, where are you running to on the field?
Probably like second or
Yeah.
center.
Second or center?
Yeah,
nice,
same with me.
nice.
I'll
And you
go
guys,
short or center.
are you guys on the big field yet? Or are you
Yeah.
just getting ready to go
he
there?
is,
I
but
am.
my
He
age
is
runs
next year.
back, so
Okay.
I
So
play for Bombers, so it's
you
like
play at Stanford Bombers.
Yeah.
And what position you play?
usually second.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple of infielders. You guys have been roaming out to the outfield. I got news to you. I played center in high school.
It's
when
so
people
fun.
can start
Tracking
getting
down
the
balls.
ball,
It's so fun.
oh my God,
It's
track
so
and flies
fun.
is
It's
the
so
best.
fun.
But before people can start putting the ball
It's
out
like-
there, it is.
It's like little
oh,
league.
man.
Little league. You're stuck in outfield.
It's like watching
you'd
grass
have your
grow
glove and you'd
sometimes.
just be like,
Yep.
The only thing you're getting is bloopers.
Yep, that's it. And half the outfield plays like right on the back of the infield. It's like it's tough. But
and it's
once
like backing up all the positions.
exactly. But once people can drive the ball out there, oh
so
my
fun.
God, center is the
Yeah,
best.
center's great.
You guys, this goof over here is rubbing it in my face. So I know you watch pro sports a little bit because he's rocking a Bruins jersey right now. So we all play. We watch and follow pros.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our favorite sport to watch?
Football. Easily
Yeah,
football.
Okay.
Football.
Okay.
Easily football.
Now I do know this because I talked to your other half before, so now I do want to bring this up. You mentioned football. I know there's a fantasy league going on with
Yes,
a
sir.
large group of you guys.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
And now that the football season, are you guys in playoffs yet?
Me,
This is the
all
first-
of us, we are in playoffs.
just
All of
got-
us are in
Whoa!
playoffs.
Time out.
First week.
Hold on. First, start me off with this again because I forget what the other group. How many people are in this league?
Football
10.
10, basketball
10, right?
10.
All right, so football. Let's stick with football for a second. You got 10 people in this league.
Yeah.
The 3 of you at the table are in the playoffs.
Oh, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Paul are
I
facing
got
each
the
other.
bye.
Me
I
and-
got the
Oh,
bye.
okay.
Guess,
so-
guess how
I'm
he got
9
the
and
bye.
5.
Guess how he got the bye.
How'd he get
he
the bye?
beat me.
Oh my goodness. So there's 10 in the league. You have buys. Does everybody make the playoffs?
No.
No, you do. All right,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Six
you
out
have
of
to make
six
the
out
playoffs.
of 10.
Three in each division.
That's when we
6
had
out
like
of 10.
6 a couple years ago, and like everybody just automatically made the playoffs.
Well, 6 teams in a league. Every team's also got to have a
No.
bomb squad then.
No, we have 10.
10 teams.
No,
but
All right.
10
Six
teams.
make playoffs.
No,
10
remember when we
teams,
had
6 make playoffs.
Yeah.
6 make playoffs. First 2 get a bye.
Yes.
Okay, so who's the other bye?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Sherman.
Jordan Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, his team's good. His team's
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's better, you or Jordan Sherman? Who's got the better team?
good.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Who's
Yeah, I'd say
all right?
Jordan.
Give me a
I
couple.
lost Cooper Cup.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
but I'm still.
but you're
how'd
still
you lose it?
got the
Yeah.
bye. But you still
Ryan.
got the bye.
Tony Pollard, James Conner.
Well, hold on.
Tony
Why is Paul
Pollard.
asking how you lost him?
How'd
Did you
you
trade
lose
him
Cooper
away, or
Kupp?
are you talking about the injury?
He got injured.
Oh.
All right.
I was like, did you trade
Paul,
him
give
away
me.
for someone?
You got the phone out right now. Let's look at Paul's team. Paul, give me your team and give me your record. What's your record?
My record right now is 8-6.
8-6. All right, we're both 500.
Same exactly as Logan.
Okay.
And we're versing each other in playoffs first.
Right now. All right, let's
look,
run through. Let's run through the teams. Who do we got?
I'm
winning.
so pissed that Kyler Murray is injured. He's injured reserve right now, so I've
Okay.
had to put in Dak as my backup.
Okay, but the
It's
Cowboys,
alright.
the Cowboys been putting points up.
Cowboys are nice
I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it, but they've been putting points
Same
up.
here.
All right, so you got Dak as a quarter. Let's go position by position.
So-
Dak's your quarterback. Who's your quarterback?
Josh Allen.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm scared here. I'm scared here.
Although I did hear it's supposed to snow and be cold in Buffalo this week. I don't know if that's going to affect
Yes.
Josh Allen, but all
Has
right, so
to.
let's drop down now. So that's the quarterback. Who are your guys' receivers?
Oh,
Or
we're
do you go to
dropping
running back next?
Running back.
Running
All
next.
right, go to running back next.
2 running backs. So for my first running back, I have Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
And he's
Oh
on
my
fire.
God.
He's on fire.
right now.
He's a fire.
He's
What do you
on
get,
fire
like
right now.
200 something
No,
yards? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Crazy that a player
he
can be
averages
that good on
19 points right now.
Yeah,
My
that good on
God.
such a bad team. All right, so who's your RB1?
Kamara or Aaron Jones. I don't know which one's
Okay.
better.
Oh, what's Aaron Jones been doing this year?
He's
Because I
been-
know Green Bay has been a little up and down.
Why is he on your bench, Logan?
9 ranked.
Okay.
He's questionable,
Yeah,
though. He's
okay.
questionable.
Nah, that a questionable tag will get shaked. You'll be all right.
Kyler Murray, that didn't happen.
All right, your second running back.
He got out in the.
I also have Michael Carter.
Okay.
He puts up points.
Logan.
He puts up
All right,
points.
who's your,
He puts up
your
points.
second running back?
Jets.
Oh, those you gave me the two.
Well,
you gave
if
me the
Aaron
two.
Jones is out, then I have Pacheco against Houston.
All right, so
Ooh,
you
Isaiah
want
Peck.
Yeah, but you want Jones to be playing, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go receivers.
Here we go. I got for my first this year. I got Jamar Chase.
Okay, he's back now.
He's
But
finally back.
listen. It's scary.
Justin Jefferson.
Oh my god.
Justin Jefferson.
It's gonna be so close, Mr.
The
Curtis.
battle of
Hold on,
the
hold on.
gritty.
Justin
The battle
Jefferson,
of
who's
the gritty.
So Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Those I gotta be honest. Those can cross each other off. I
Yeah.
mean, I know Jefferson's probably.
Jefferson's
Yeah,
one.
Jeff-
I was
Jefferson's
gonna
one.
say what he's the first
Jefferson's
rated
one.
receiver
But
in the league.
Yeah,
but-
Jefferson's probably better.
Last year, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Well, right, but we're not talking last year. We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
right now.
this year.
Chase can put up some crazy
Yeah.
numbers though. All right, so
He
who's
has
Who's
in the
your other
past.
receiver?
My other receiver is AJ Brown.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
So who's your other?
There you
I
go.
got Mike Williams. He's good.
Nah,
No,
he's
I
good.
know,
He's
but-
good. He's
I
good.
know he's good. I
He's
know
a
he's
dog.
good. But the Chargers every once in a while will lay an egg. Like Mike Williams every once in a while will fall flat and not put anything up. They'll dump the ball off to Eckler a million
What's so
I
times.
got a
good
ton of depth.
is that he put in Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he only scored 2 points, and that's it. I got AJ and
Logan.
Jamar. I got AJ and
Logan's
Jamar.
projected to win. Logan's
still
projected
he's
to
still
Yeah,
win.
but you
projected
can't
to
look
win.
at those projections.
True,
All right, so hold on. Go through. So all right, so we just went through their teams really quick. Give me a quick rundown on yours. Give me quarterback, running
Ryan's
back.
is good.
So I got Jalen Hurts. I took
Jalen
a
Hurts,
risk in
yeah,
the draft,
yeah.
and I got
and it worked out.
a
It
lot.
worked out.
James Conner, then Tony Pollard,
Okay.
and then I got Diggs and Olave.
All right. So you got Olave. You got helped with when Michael Thomas went out. He just became
No,
the
but
target
he-
guy.
Yeah, true. But he was good with even when Michael.
Yeah.
Thomas.
All right, I love how in tune you are, not just with the league you guys are in, but with the players in the NFL and who's doing what.
Yeah.
You guys know who's on what team. I've heard you guys work in trade deals before in class.
A lot.
Yeah.
Mr. Curto, what do you think about this trade? I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I was as into the NFL or the NBA as I am with the NFL. I know you guys do a basketball league as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I've never done fantasy basketball. I've only ever done baseball and football. I'll do like a March Madness type of deal when that rolls around. But
Oh,
I've
that's
never
probably
done.
fun. Yeah.
That's probably
It's a
cool.
blast, but I've never really done fantasy basketball, so I don't even know how the scoring works. I just know who was it in the other group talking a little bit of smack about how they could make a comeback.
So Zach was talking
Zach.
smack about.
Okay.
Logan.
He came back.
Oh,
He really did that. Yep, he really did that. He really did that.
No, because you guys told me that 100. What was it? Like 100 points?
It was
or?
impossible.
it
I
wasn't
remember
that
having that
much. It
conversation.
wasn't that
Like
much.
Zach is not going to do this, and what do you know?
And he
there you
did.
go. There you go.
Wait,
there
but
you
hear
go.
me out. Hear me out. Giannis
backed
and
up.
Let
Paul
him defend
George.
himself. Let him defend
Giannis
himself.
and
Defend
Paul
himself.
George are hurt. If they both play, they definitely get 20 combined.
Okay. Yeah, probably more though.
And that's what you lost by. You lost by 20.
Yeah, I lost my 20.
Oh.
Logan.
Injuries.
I know my team's like a hospital right now.
Same with me, bro. I'm losing like 300 points. To
All right, so you
Ethan.
guys don't just play the sports. You're actively involved in watching pro sports
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. That's so cool.
I have to say, I probably wasn't like 3 years ago, but like I've like gotten into it.
Have these fantasy leagues increased your sort
Yes.
of like attention
Yes,
to the
by a
league?
lot.
Definitely.
By a lot.
Yeah.
By a lot.
And
sure.
that's why someone told me your group tried a fantasy baseball league, maybe.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that-
we did that.
Logan won
But it was
I
right?
won.
It was.
You guys didn't love it.
I didn't even.
It was a
really
little
pay attention.
long, so
Well,
it
it
was
was
hard.
seasons
I had a
long,
mid
yeah.
baseball team.
I don't
Okay.
even.
I had like
I had Acuna, Trout,
But my question. So I understand the big hate on the fantasy baseball is that the season's so long
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is
every
pretty
day
long.
that you got to check in every
Yeah.
day. I've been doing it
Well,
for like
that's the
15
same thing.
years. I
That's
love
the same
it, but I
thing
get
with
that.
basketball. Basketball.
Similar,
the thing
right?
that's annoying about basketball is it's
If
day
you
by
forget,
day.
if you forget to
Well, that's
set
like
your
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
forget to set your lineup, you're probably
kinda
gonna
smoked.
lose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
smoked.
That's why football's the best.
That's why.
fantasy.
That's what happened with Zach and Logan.
We
Well,
have
I think Logan, I think you're right. I think football lends itself to that because it's. I know you got Thursday, Sunday, Monday, but essentially you got to look at it once a week. You got to look at it once on like a Wednesday night, set your lineup, get ready to go, maybe check before the kickoff on Sunday, and then you're good. Baseball, basketball, every single day.
We have to talk about the fantasy football and basketball, our team names.
I mean, can
yeah.
we? Is this
This is-
something that
this
we
is-
can do? Is
yes,
this something we can
yeah,
do
yeah,
over
yeah,
mic
yeah.
here?
I have to say that this is pretty stupid.
Okay. What do we got?
So mine right now is Pats Pass. Patriots. So I just said Pats Pass because why not?
Why?
Why not?
I got Diggs in a blanket.
Because you have Stephon Diggs. I like that one. Diggs in a blanket is
And then
good.
for basketball, I have Kit Kat because Carl Anthony Towns.
Zach also has that one.
I
Why'd
like
you
Diggs.
copy?
I like Diggs in the blanket a little bit more. Logan, give me your
Right,
names.
Zach also has that one.
Whoa! You guys same names? How you doing that?
No.
How you doing
Zach
that?
doesn't have that.
Zach has Kit Kat.
How do you have two of the same names
Zach
in the
does
same
not-
league? How do
that's
you tell
me.
it apart?
No, Zach doesn't have that. I don't know what he's saying.
Logan, give me your football name.
So I had this kicker that was terrible named Brandon McManus.
Oh, that's a different league.
And
I'm not
ever
in.
since I dropped him, I've been winning. So I just made my name the McManus curse.
Nice. You lifted the curse by cutting him.
No,
Yes.
but the Brandon Ayukin was so cool. I like that one.
Yeah, Brandon Ayukin was my own thing.
All right. I really, it's cool to see kids your age still this involved with the sports scenes, this knowledgeable about who's on what team, who's playing here, who can help positions, this, that, the other. I think it's awesome. The other thing, I'm just switching it up a little bit here by looking down. You guys were mentioning it before we started recording here. The other thing I kept hearing you guys talk about, Italian Center.
Yes.
So is this a spot you guys all go to hang
Two
out?
times a week.
yeah,
This is like
Even
two
in the
times a
winter?
week. Yes.
Even in the
Yes.
winter?
We just
We still go. We literally went yesterday. We went
You go-
yesterday.
okay.
We went yesterday.
So you go even in the winter because when I was your guys' age, I was at the Italian Center too, but it was a big time summer spot.
Oh, in the summer.
It's
we're
summer
always
too.
Okay.
Yeah. Summer is like almost every day.
So so I know this is only part of your group. Would you say most of your group ends up at the Italian Center
yeah.
over
I
the summer?
mean, not
Yeah,
everyone's
it's
a
blast.
member, but yeah.
What do you get? Guest passes or you sneak them in?
Sneak them in. Sometimes,
Wow.
sometimes sneak them in, but they usually pay.
No,
They
they
usually don't.
They
How
say
do you sneak them in? What's your strategy? I'll tell you what our
Talk to them.
strategy is.
I talk to them.
You
They
grease
just
them
go.
up at the gate. This is my friend.
No, I just talk to them about like my stuff.
Sometimes,
and then they
sometimes we could
go
just
through.
walk by.
and they just
they'll
walk
be-
by without
They
even.
don't know.
Sometimes they could just be on their phone. And, we could
and the
just walk by.
teenagers, the
Do you
teenagers.
guys still have like the passes
Yes,
that you need to
yes,
scan
yes,
through?
I do.
I just say my last name usually.
Yeah,
And they
I
just
just
check
say my
it
last
off.
name, and they
Yeah.
just like types it into the computer.
Wow! What you go through the entrance by the gym for now? I'm assuming.
Yeah,
In the
yeah, back
winter,
door.
but in the summer, it's the, one
front.
by
Yeah,
the parking
yeah,
lot.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
side.
The gate.
Yeah.
Are you still a member, Mr. Kira?
I'm not still a member there anymore, but do they still have like the mini golf section
Yeah.
over
Yes,
there?
yeah,
They
they got
got
everything.
the
Ping
three
pong.
pools.
Yep.
They got the indoor pools.
Yep.
Slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Board.
slide.
The slide.
They
I
got
never
You
saw
don't know
a
about a
slide.
slide?
No,
yellow.
how-
There's a
Big
big
yellow
yellow
slide.
Down
slide.
by like the
Yellow
big
slide.
pool.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
race on it. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
guess, like,
sure
the
you're
fastest
yeah,
time.
I'm sure the lifeguards love that.
Competitive.
Sometimes
it's all
because you can
Exactly.
sit, you
Competitive.
can like stay inside the slide
Yeah,
without
And some people are just like with their legs like all like on like those sides of the slide.
Yeah, that's
and
great,
we'll go
that's
like
great.
sliding down like this.
Yeah, so Paul slides halfway, gets stuck. The lifeguard says, "All right, next." Logan goes through and just smashes through
it's
him.
no, you can see it. There's like a shadow.
No, because you can like go to the end and just sit on the edge of the slide.
I like Ryan.
just chill there.
Ryan
Yeah.
sometimes will just be dangling his legs and going like this.
Every now
They
and
still
then.
have the rules there about like on the diving board, no flips, no spins, stuff like that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So what do you do?
can't
Like,
even
hey, lifeguard, look over there, and then
There's
do a
this,
little flip.
no, there was this guy who went to the IC, and he didn't know that there was no flips. So this guy did like a double front flip cork, and the lifeguard was like,
All the
no.
whistles start blowing.
No, no.
That's
and then there's the
hysterical.
nice lifeguards where you can like
It's like have fun,
maybe
kid.
do a spin.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe do a
Yeah.
spin.
Like there was this time where like
No?
me and Ryan were the only ones at the IC, and like we met like
that was
lifeguards.
so fun.
We could literally sit on the diving boards and like dangle like the whistle.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you get along with some of
Yeah,
them.
there's
and
a
then,
nice-
and then some of them are blowing the whistle every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout out to
Yeah.
Abe the Babe.
A little shout to a lifeguard. I love it. All right, so
Oh my
that's
God.
Grape.
I got news for you. That's another cool thing for me to hear because when I was, what are you guys, 12, 13-ish in that
Yeah.
ballpark?
Yeah.
So when I was that age too, my whole squad was there like
Yeah.
all day in the summer. You'd go, then you'd leave for practice, then you'd come
Yes,
back.
that's exactly what it is.
It's the
That's
best.
what we do.
There's,
That's
like-
exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball.
We have a little space.
We used to
Wiffle ball's the
do.
spot.
I
We
don't
have
know if
a-
ball's
it,
like-
we
like, I
have
don't
a
know
whiff-
if the layout is the same, but right outside
Yep,
where the
yep,
indoor
that's
pool is,
exactly
we used to do
where it
running
is.
bases in
Yep.
that grass
All
area
that,
there.
all
Oh, yeah.
Ah, it's so cool.
We
That's
play
so
wiffle
cool.
ball there. We have like our own league.
But in the
Yeah, yeah.
Your own league.
Yeah.
not
League
it's like
is.
It's like-
unofficial.
It's like unofficial, but we use
Yeah.
like the garbage can, like the recycling bin. We
Uh-huh.
As a
bring it up
strike
and then we
zone.
use it as a strike zone. So like if
Beautiful.
you hit it,
But what do you mean league? Like you keep stats and wins and losses and teams and.
I mean, we
Teams.
just
Teams.
like
it's like a league, like
Teams.
who's in the league, like what are the teams.
Teams sometimes stay the same if like you come at the same time.
This is awesome. This is awesome. Now, when if you're playing wiffle ball, you like duct tape the wiffle ball, or it's legit the yellow bat with a legitimate
legit.
wiffle ball.
It's legit. But
Okay.
we
We
have
have some-
but
we have
scuff
some-
up the wiffle balls.
Of course, so
have
you
some-
can spin it
yeah,
a little
some
bit more.
some funny bats. But
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So what do you like?
Blitzball.
You got like the power bat.
Blitz
there's
ball
like a
bat.
huge
Yeah.
Blitzball bat.
There you
That's
go.
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was it's like cork.
that's like a Mako. That's like a Mako.
Do you throw the blitz ball or you throw a normal wiffle
No,
ball?
no.
no,
normal
oh,
wiffle balls.
blitz- I
The
hate
blitz ball-
I hate blitz balls.
They're it's so hard to control.
I used to think they were pretty cool, but like they're boring now.
I see
don't really
like these
them.
people doing intense wiffle ball. They're zipping
Yeah.
this thing around. I'm like, how,
yeah.
come on,
They
how
have,
do
like, their own
you even
league.
do that?
They're just
own-
ruining
their
the-
own field.
It's not fun.
Like their own
Yeah.
field,
Yeah.
and they're throwing like 60 with a freaking wiffle ball.
Wiffle
with a
ball.
25-foot drop on the pitch. It's like, what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
how are we hitting
Yeah.
that?
This is wiffle ball. Give me something I can hit. Awesome. There's so much here on this list that I'm looking at, guys, that is across the board. So you guys, like, all you have basketball, all you guys have baseball. I know that you all go to the Italian Center. All you guys have skiing.
Oh,
So this group here clearly is not just friends in school. You guys are
Yeah.
together all the time.
we
Yes.
see each other like
Everywhere.
almost every
Like
day.
us three are going to Logan's house today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
so
we're
then
and me and Logan are going to baseball after that.
Yeah,
you
we're
guys,
bringing each other.
you guys live near each other then?
Yes.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not me, but
Okay.
they,
He's
they
like
do.
He's like 15.
I live around Springdale.
Yeah.
like, I'm
You live
out
around
of district.
Springdale. Okay. But even still, that's not terrible.
No,
It's
I'm in
worth it.
like North Stanford, so like you could see the New York sign.
So you're up by like Dorothy Heroy.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
up,
past
up
that.
there.
Yeah.
All right, so you're right up
Yeah,
by the border
right there.
Okay, so all right, it's a little bit of a drive for
Did you play
Are-
at Dorothy Hero?
as a kid? So North Stanford Little League used to have their junior majors play at
Yeah,
Dorothy
we
Heroy.
did
Oh, that's
too.
so cool.
We played.
Yeah, so that
Like,
was-
that's known as like AAA now.
So it's the same deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same deal.
Yeah.
Springdale
Yeah.
always used to call it single A, double A, triple A, and then
Yes.
the majors.
Yes.
We always used to call it junior majors. Is what we. It was the same thing though. It was the same deal. And yeah, I was on the good old boys up at Dorothy Heroy Park with Coach Frateroli. That was my guy.
Coach Fratero.
Coach Frateroli, that was my guy. All right, so this is awesome for me to know because I see you two in class all the time. You guys clearly are
Yeah.
friendly in class. You're not in class with them, so it's a little bit of a pleasant surprise to see how close you guys all are. The only other thing I want to ask about before I switch into the grade talk and the school talk, video games is written here. What are we gaming on right now?
Madden,
Madden,
mobile.
Madden Mobile.
Madden, you guys-
nothing
so-
special.
yeah, but hold on.
Madden Mobile. I guess it's like a
I
fun
see
game.
you guys with this all the time. The Madden.
Mr.
Mobile.
Birdo
we don't
is my
really-
player.
We haven't been playing console. We've been playing like a little of the new season in Fortnite, I guess.
All right,
It's like a little bit of Fortnite, like very little.
Yeah.
So you're
and we play
telling me-
MLB the Show. MLB
Yeah,
the Show.
Yeah, the MLB
I mean, it's
show.
kind of
Yeah.
dying out though.
So
Exactly.
you
Yeah, 'cause
guys
there's
aren't
nothing,
on
like,
the
good updates
consoles really anymore.
Well,
Not as
we're gonna
much.
come back. We're
I'd
gonna
say
come back.
like during like the sports seasons, we're all over the consoles.
And we're
Yeah.
really busy. Like we have basketball
Yeah.
Yeah, we have, like,
practice,
20
games.
24/7.
all 3 times a week.
But here's what I don't understand about the Madden Mobile, and maybe you could shed some light on this because I know it's not just you guys. I know it's everywhere, and if it's not Madden Mobile, it's like FIFA Mobile, or it's like
I just got Lamar.
MLB Mobile or whatever. What I don't understand is you have that team, but then that team does not transfer to your console.
No.
So it's a
different thing.
totally
it's
different
just
thing.
for fun, though. It's just for fun.
what the, why would I be like squinting my eyes to play Madden on my phone when I can just get on the sticks at home
it's
and
free.
play?
But like on the go, it's just fun.
But on the go,
But like
I mean,
right now, I'd say for like Madden, it's like not like just like NBA. Like I know like from that, like my team I'd usually play, and like the best players haven't even came out yet.
right? But I just don't understand how the appeal behind like staring at the tiny little picture on your phone
It's
playing
fun,
Madden.
though. It's fun.
It is fun. And you like get like clips. You can like screen record it on your phone. Like look.
I
at
can
this
do the
mo-
same thing on
Look at
my
this-
console,
guys,
but
but
it's just way
console's
better.
money.
Look at this
Console's
money.
money.
We play on our
Console's
console.
money.
We play on our
You don't have Madden on your console?
I don't know.
I have
No,
Madden.
I have an old one.
You
I
have MLB?
I've got.
I have MLB, I have
Yeah,
MLB.
I've got
Yeah, I
MLB
have
21
MLB.
and 22 and
Same.
23.
We all have
I want
MLB 23 came out?
Pre-ordering.
Pre-ordering.
I'm
Got it.
pre-ordering,
Who's on the cover of 23? Do we know yet?
Shit,
Wait,
no.
oh no.
I think-
22
No,
was
no.
I think it's
Shohei.
gonna be
22.
J-Rod, people are saying.
What if it's Judge?
Really?
But
It
it's
should be
Judge.
Judge, bro. It
What
should
if
be
it's
Judge.
Judge? But Judge already had one though.
Also-
He had
also-
18.
It's
Judge had
gonna be
18.
J-Rod.
Are we not going to
J-Rod.
talk? And Boston fan can sit this one out. Are we not going to talk about Rodon? Yankees signing Rodon? No.
Do you think they are?
No, they did,
They
bro.
what? They did?
Come-
He signed
Boys,
Rodon.
keep
I wasn't
up.
up with that. I didn't keep up with that.
boys.
I didn't keep up with that. I'm
Yes.
checking ESPN right now.
Yes, we signed Rodon. We got
Rodon.
him. Yes.
ESPN
Keep
right
up.
now.
Yeah, see how sad Faraday just got over there because he can't talk about this little Boston fan over there. Boo.
Yeah. Bye bye, Ryan.
How's Bogarts doing?
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh.
Ryan, do you know that the Mets have their eye on Bogarts?
No, Bogarts just got locked up 13
No,
years.
I know. But after that, they have.
After that,
No,
Bogarts is
bro,
going to
but
be on a
after that, no.
Bogarts is going to be on a walker after that. He signed for 13 years.
Same thing for Judge. Same thing for Judge. The last
True.
5 years of his contract.
You know,
it's
you're
gonna be
absolutely
old.
right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
know.
We
The back
got
end of
Rodon.
Judge,
We
the
got
back end of
Rodon.
Judge's contract is going to be
terrible.
ugly.
Waste of money.
Which is why you got to win it now. Yeah, we got Rodon, baby.
We got Rodon.
All right, let's pivot for a minute. Trust me, I could talk sports all day long. I
Same.
love it. But let's pivot here because there is one topic that I always say to you guys leading into it that I'm going to ask to like kind of get serious for a minute, and it's revolving around grades in school. I know most of this is to kind of get to know you guys outside of the classroom. However, the first thing I ask everybody is, what are your grades, right? Your guys' grades are absolutely insane. So we can keep it short and sweet. We don't need to get like too in depth here. You don't need to give me some crazy soliloquy on why all your grades mean this much to you. But you can give me a short response here. But I am curious, genuinely, how and why you guys pull the grades that you do. The how, you put your face down, you get the work done. But why is it important for you to do that? Is it personal? Is it at home? Is it both? Is it something completely different?
It's
What
like
is
a
it?
mix of both.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
probably
like
a mix of both.
Okay.
like I don't know. You might get like a little punishment.
Well,
at
all
home.
right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there might be
I
a
mean,
little punishment at home.
what is a typical punishment? Something getting taken away?
Yeah,
Taken
but
away.
Probably like
Usually
phone for a
phone.
week.
Yeah.
Does the wooden spoon come out?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
So it's usually like a loss of a privilege.
Yeah,
Yes.
and also
Yes.
I just want to have good grades.
Well,
Like, it's
right. So
good.
we'll get to
Yeah.
the personal piece in a minute here, but you're telling me and it seemed like you all three agreed on that. The loss of a privilege at home is enough for you to be like, nah, I'm not. I
Yes.
don't want
Well,
that. So
it's
I'm gonna
not
pull the
just
grades.
that though.
Yeah.
Like, it's like sports teams, basketball. You need good grades. There's
yeah,
like
we wouldn't be able to play.
yeah,
This is your
exactly.
future,
My mom
too.
always
Okay.
reminds me, if you want to play these sports, you have to have these grades.
So
Exactly.
look, you guys are very much sports oriented. So I love linking the two because they are linked together.
I use that
especially-
as motivation.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
as you keep moving up the ranks. That you're not called a student athlete for nothing, right? You are a
Exactly.
student while you are the athlete, and being a good student can open just as many, if not more, doors than being a good athlete.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Logan, I love the connection between the two. What is it personally for you guys? Is there like a personal? Go for it.
So it's kind of mostly like this is your future. Like this does matter like later on. Like I want to have like a good life and like a good house. I don't want to be like in debt and like struggling, you know.
And you see education as a way to avoid that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
education
yeah,
as
that's exactly what it is.
Beautiful. Because again, like in class, let's face it, not everybody acts that way, right? Like not everybody sees the value in that. So, but when I put work on your desk, it's like boom, 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 boom. We got to zone in on this.
And like no
I also-
matter what happens, like even though like we may be in 7th grade, it's good to get in the habit to like get your work done.
So awesome that you recognize that, because let's, I say to you guys sometimes, let's face it, who's looking at your 7th grade report card when
Exactly, yeah.
nobody, but what you just said is the key. You got to put the strategies in place now so that when it does matter, you can fall back on that.
Gotta get
that's
the strats.
awesome. The strats.
Oh no.
No, Ryan.
Oh my God.
Ryan, I'm happy you said that, because you're absolutely right. Once you get into high school, you need to have those tendencies to fall back on. Go for it.
So I'll also be like competitive, and like if you give me like an assignment, I'll be like, let's see if I can get this done and have free time at the end of the class.
Cool. So you also challenge yourself to say, all right, I know what I got to do. Instead of worrying about X, Y, and Z right now, let me worry about this. And then, hey, who knows? Maybe if I get this done, I got some free time to go log into Madden Mobile and see what's going
That's
on.
exactly
And
what I was
also,
gonna say.
Nice.
My mindset.
Nice.
I like to be ahead of things because then I can get free time like later.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. But but you guys recognize that you can't just like get the free time all the time. You got to put the work in
definitely.
first.
Yeah. Not
That's so
everyone
cool.
thinks that.
No, not everybody thinks that. So especially at the age of 12, not everybody thinks that. So it's cool to hear the three of you sort of on the same page here. Do you guys clearly get competitive with sports, fantasy, real, whatever. Do you guys get competitive with the grades or not so much?
No.
Nah.
No.
Not really.
Not
Just
really.
get it done usually.
You just get it done. Just put your head down,
Sometimes
get it
like
done.
test grades, like
Yeah,
one time.
exactly.
Yeah,
Daniel-
tests maybe or like
Because I hear a lot of people sometimes the test
One
grades
time
come back.
Logan.
What'd you get? I'm like, yo, chill. Don't like. What if they don't want to share what they got? Right? Okay, but so sometimes.
but like when it comes to our friends,
Yeah,
we're competitive.
Yeah,
We don't-
exactly.
we don't
Like
care.
I'll be like sometimes Daniel will be like, "Yo, Paul, what'd you get?" And I'll say like I got like a 49, and he'll be like I got a 50, and Daniel
rub
will be
it
like,
in a little bit.
I got you.
Daniel does that.
Yeah, Daniel.
Oh,
He's so
definitely.
quiet. in
Exactly.
class.
You think he's so
No,
quiet, but
not
when it
with
comes to
us.
our friend
No,
group,
no.
when it comes to our
Maybe the loudest.
when it, when it,
the least
when it comes to
quiet,
our friend
least
group and we're
quiet.
not in school,
No way.
Yes.
All right, see, this is why I love doing that, because I would have never. Daniel's a great kid. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
him.
yeah,
I saw
yeah,
him.
yeah,
I know he's a
yeah.
baseball guy, but
Same
I
as
would
us.
have never, ever pegged him as being the loud one in the friend group.
oh,
He's
is.
not like the loud one. He's
You
just
just said he's.
No,
he
he
just
is
said
the
he's
no,
the
Ryan,
loudest.
Ryan, he's the loud one.
he
The
is.
loud one.
He rages.
Daniel,
He
he
rages.
rages.
No,
He
he'll-
broke his eye
he'll-
like 40 times.
Yeah,
Daniel, don't rage, dude.
sorry.
There's-
Daniel.
sorry,
It's funny
Daniel.
though.
We're sorry,
We
Daniel.
encourage. It's funny.
Daniel.
No, come
Daniel.
on.
Daniel, you got holes in the iPad.
Oh wow! So he's all right. So he gets intense with it. Cool. That's you know what you learn
No,
something
but
new every
he's
day.
good, though.
Yeah,
He's
that's
good.
that's awesome. All right,
Yeah,
now
he fixed
I'm
it.
gonna pivot into something completely different. I didn't even warn you guys I was gonna do this, but I have done this before with some others. I'm gonna ask you guys super random questions.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I saw this on Dylan's.
Let's start with
Sire.
Faraday. Would you
Why?
rather lose your sense of taste
Sense of taste.
or your sense of hearing?
Ooh.
Taste.
Never gonna taste.
Taste. Any
Never
day
gonna
Be the
taste.
healthiest
Any-
person alive.
Any
Never gonna
day
taste food again?
Any day.
Well, let him
taste.
answer. Let him answer.
Wait. Yeah, taste, because then I'll just be healthy.
You'll be like a Superman.
Like,
You're
oh,
nev-
I'll eat like broccoli. Yum.
You're never gonna taste pizza again. You're never gonna taste mac and cheese
Okay,
again.
well,
You're never
okay.
gonna taste
That's
Yankee
fine.
Stadium hot dog
Yeah,
again. You're
that's
never
fine.
gonna
But-
taste.
But I'll have the best like nutrition.
But what about hearing though? Like you gotta.
Oh,
hear,
hearing's
you
a big
gotta-
one.
You have to
Hearing's
hear.
a big
that
one.
means no
Hearing-
music.
No.
I couldn't hear
True.
this. Also,
True.
also,
No music.
I wouldn't be able to hear this podcast.
True. Wow. Wow. Okay. No music would be a big one. Actually,
Yeah,
all
no
right. I'm gonna
music's
stick with
great.
that. I'm gonna go to you. I think I asked the other group that came in a similar question here. Never allowed, Paul. Never allowed to watch or play sports again, or never allowed to listen to music again.
Music again, without doubt.
Wow, that was fast.
No, I don't care.
So
I love
how are you
sports.
getting pumped up for a game then?
I'm
assuming you guys like have
Ooh.
something that like
Yes,
gets you going for
I
a
listen
game.
to music
We're
before every game.
So now
Blasting music at 6
Sure, but you can like
a.m.,
watch
bruh.
sports though. You have to watch and play. You gotta do both of those.
I know.
yeah.
And you like
All right, but
listen,
then-
like
but
where
then
cut, like something like that.
anytime you're at a live game and music starts playing, you got to leave.
What?
You can't listen to music ever again. So if you're in the,
Why do we
Well,
have
then
to
you're
leave?
not- then
No, I just don't want to hear music. That's it.
all right, so you got to wear earplugs then.
All right.
Oh my god.
You're
That's-
never going music
That's
again.
so hard, but like sports is
Sports is light.
I'm
Exactly. What when
doing
you're like
sports. Sorry, but I'm doing
80
sports.
and then you have
Okay.
to listen to
I'm
music.
doing sports.
All right, all
Wait,
right.
I won't listen. I won't be able to listen to that. Acadians, long
My
ago. Soon
my
we took
God.
control.
Oh my God! All right, what's your
Chariots, they
just while
roll.
I'm looking for another question here, Paul? What's your like go-to song to get ready for a game?
Honestly, whatever's on my playlist, I have to say like pretty hype songs. So I'll listen to like Lil Baby.
Okay, so that's the artist you usually go through, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Who are you listening to before a game?
Rod Wave.
But
This is I heard this.
If it's like a morning game, I'll listen to Rod Wave because he's like pretty chill.
Okay.
Or like Gunna.
See, when
Okay.
when I get hyped for a game, I like to stay chill. Like I like
Okay.
I like
Be
to
clean
like
with
let
it.
myself lock in, like
Okay.
stay chill.
But you don't like
yeah.
to get too amped
Yeah.
up. You like
I
to
like
stay
that.
calm.
I'm
so
up
like
here. I'm literally up here.
Drake, like
Okay.
some of that.
I like that. That's an interesting response there. All right, last one. Would you rather have fingers for toes or toes for fingers?
Wait, say that. Wait, fingers.
Would you rather
toes?
have fingers for toes or toes for fingers?
Yeah.
What kind of
that's
question is
disgusting.
that?
These are the most random ones I
That's
can find on this
disgusting.
list.
Oh, that's so gross.
Remember like little things like your knuckles as your hand.
Well, hold on. I need you either have fingers for toes or toes for fingers. Which one are you taking?
Toes for fingers.
Toes for fingers.
Why would you
Fingers
do
for
that? Fingers for toes.
I guess, yeah, I guess
fingers for
fingers
toes.
for
Right, that's what I'm
I
thinking.
can
Then you
hide
just
that.
put a
I can
shoe
hide
on.
that. Yeah,
I just
exactly.
put my
I can
shoes
hide
on.
that.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
hide that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then I'm gonna look like a monster.
Guys, look at me.
I gotta be honest, that was just one of the more random ones I scrolled
That's
past, so I
really
decided to
random.
ask it. Totally.
Gross.
That was weird.
I can't
That was
imagine
weird.
that.
That was weird.
All right. That again, I always just do that random, put you guys on the spot for a minute. Some of that does get a little bizarre and a little weird, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
okay.
little different. All right, last piece here. It's also sort of the connecting piece between the episodes, like the grade piece. I asked that about everybody. Then the last question I put on the form, if you could have one person from the past to come to dinner, I say it to everybody. That's my way to sort of somehow include history into this because, I mean, that's what I'm into. That's what I love. You guys, no doubt, have been bored in class sometime when I've been like jumping for joy thinking something's great, and you're like, that might not be that
No,
great.
it's interesting.
No,
I
I
like
yeah,
social
most-
studies.
You made
most
class
of it's
very
good.
All right, there. All right.
I think you make social
Guys,
studies.
I paid them to say that. I paid them to say that. If anybody
No,
ever
you did
listens to
not.
this.
Thank you,
Guys,
thank
no,
you.
he did not.
All right, so if you could invite, this is how it's listed on the form. If you can invite one person from the past to dinner, who would it be and why? As long as it's from the past, I didn't care. I see who you guys wrote. I love who you guys wrote. A couple of sports figures and then a different one, which is awesome. I want a quick rundown first. Who is it? So act like I have no idea who this is, and then it doesn't need to be again some long paragraph essay on the person. Give me 2-3 sentences who that person was, and then more importantly, why is that the person that is sitting at the dinner table with you? Does anybody care to start, or do I just randomly bounce around the table?
Random. I don't really care.
Logan, who are you bringing?
I'm bringing Anne Frank.
And Frank. So, all right, so this is actually the only non-sports name on the list, which I appreciate. Give me a quick rundown of who.
So she was like this normal girl. Like she played ping pong and everything. And
Nice.
then one random day, she was just like invaded. Like her whole place was invaded. She had to go into like a secret bunker in like a storage room, and she was like cramped, and she had to like pass the time.
Right. So, what event was it that she was hiding from?
Holocaust.
The Holocaust. Right. So, incredible story. Have you? Why did you pick that name? Have you read her diary? Have you read her story?
I've read parts of it, but not all of it.
So, what is it that draws you to a name like Anne Frank? Because that's a huge name, right? That's a massively important and sad, right? It's a sad thing and story to go and read and learn about. What drew you to that name?
How could you not make like any sound? Like how could you pass the time?
Okay, so you're thinking of that person spent years
How did she
in
not go
silent
psycho?
hiding, right?
Yeah.
And not only did she not go psycho, but if you read her diary,
It was normal.
she was such just a normal kid in some very unnormal circumstances.
Yeah.
That's a really
Crazy.
really
Kept her
interesting
calm.
name, really nice name for you to bring.
Yeah.
I think at one point I put the picture up of her father standing in the. I don't know
that
if it was in
so
your classroom.
sad.
She
That
got
was
ratted
so
out.
sad.
It's like someone just ratted her out.
And the
they all got
only
killed.
member of her family that survived the
Father.
Holocaust was the father.
Yeah.
Oh my, terribly sad.
Yeah,
That
you
picture,
showed that in
Yeah.
our class.
That's crazy.
There's
Someone
not. It's
ratted her
just
out.
him standing in the attic. There's nothing really happened, but it's one of the saddest images once you know the backstory behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so that's a heavy heavy name to bring, but I appreciate you bringing that name. You guys will actually learn a lot more about her next year when you guys start up 8th grade, because there's a whole Holocaust unit at the beginning of 8th grade.
I find the Holocaust very interesting.
It is,
but very sad.
Well, it's very sad,
It's very
but
sad.
it is wildly important to continue to know and talk about and remember.
We're
Because
learning a
We
lot
have to
about it in
acknowledge
8th
it.
grade, right?
yes, and you have to know, because the people that lived it and survived it, there's not many left. So you gotta, when there's an opportunity to speak to somebody or hear from somebody from that moment, you got to. You
Yeah.
gotta like shut your mouth and listen.
Yeah.
Very brave.
All right, let's get back, because of course this whole group is sports centered. I got 2 sports names now. So Paul, who'd you bring?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, the
Oh my
GOAT,
God.
baby, the GOAT. Don't tell me he's not. He's the GOAT.
Yeah,
Give me
he
a
is the
rundown.
GOAT.
Who's Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth played on the Yankees. I don't know what year.
20s, 30s.
Yeah. Well, he hit the most home runs of his time, and I think it converted to this time. I think he was like 1,000 more than the average person.
Well, so he's 3rd on the list now, depending on how you want to look at a guy like Bonds.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
3rd on the list behind Bonds and Aaron, and then
Yeah.
it's the Babe. But when you talk about most home runs of his time, I don't know if you guys realize this or not. So he would out homer other teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he
Yeah.
hit 60 homers, there were other teams that when you combined
hit
did not hit
60.
So he was out homering teams.
Like I saw
That's
this chart.
crazy.
I saw this chart where it was like random person like in the MLB in that time hit 5 home runs.
Right.
And you would see him and he'd have 35.
35, 40, he hit 60. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like the
Who's
reason
who's
that
the other guy who's behind Judge in home runs? I forget his name.
what do you mean behind Judge?
Like in the order.
In the order, like no steroids. Like Judge is
for
first.
so you had Aaron Judge, you had Roger Maris, and then
Yes,
you had
Maris.
and then you had Babe Ruth in Yankee history, in American League history. But yeah, the Babe, man. Now if he's sitting at your dinner table, you better have a lot of food ready. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
If you ever see pictures of him, it's like, wait, how is that guy an athlete? He's
Also,
a big boy.
It's not even that slow.
The manager
You
of the
see
Yankees
him
at that
run?
time, he would go to Babe's hotel room and he'd see Babe just smoking a cigar and like drinking,
Pounding hot dogs.
drinking
Like a
whiskey. Yeah, exactly.
He
he would
chews on
party.
like
He would
hockey.
party at
Listen,
bars
man, it was a different
right
time.
before a game. Like,
There's
It was
rumors.
crazy.
There's rumors that like during pitching changes, he would like go over to the side. He would go over to foul territory, reach into the stands, and just like pound a hot dog like during a pitching change, and then run back out to the field. Like, can you imagine?
so funny.
There's no way.
All right, so we have Anne Frank, we have Babe Ruth. Who'd you bring, Ryan?
Wilt Chamberlain. So he's a
The other GOAT.
No
Say,
way.
give me who he is. Give me why you're bringing him. Why the
Definitely not.
interest in Wilt Chamberlain?
Don't say that.
he's a great basketball player. Reached 100 points in a game. He played for the Warriors, right? Yeah.
He played for a few different teams.
Yeah.
He scored the 100, I think, in Philly.
Sixers.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think in Philly he scored the 100.
Yeah. So he's a all-time great, and I just want to like sit down and talk to him because like that's crazy. How
You better have a tall table.
100.
That's a big man. That's a big man. And yeah, he's the GOAT.
No, he's not.
He's the GOAT.
No, he's not. No.
Before we talk about
No.
that, why do you think that? Why do you think?
Because again, so I look at greatest of all time about how they dominated their era. He
yeah.
dominated
That
his
is
era
true. You could look at it like
more
that way.
than any other player had dominated theirs.
He plays plumbers.
You guys always go to this. He,
plays
played Bill
plumbers.
Russell. So
Yeah, he played
wh-
plumbers.
he played some of the all-time legends as well.
Yeah.
Is it a different game? Of course.
Look at his era,
So
though.
was Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth played a different game. It was a different
Yeah.
time. Of
There
course
was
it was.
trash people.
He
in-
seemed like
Well, like
four big men on the
Michael
court.
Jordan would probably
would
not
dunk on him.
Michael.
But so it's
Michael
also
would be
harder.
really good
it's
still.
it's harder in basketball too, though, right? Because Wilt Chamberlain's 7 foot
exactly.
whatever.
So he'd beat everyone.
But
in
you
a
also got to look at like how they changed the sport. Like, all right, Babe Ruth changed the sport because all of a sudden hitting homers became cool and everybody wanted to do it. And you sold tickets. Organizations were like, no, we gotta bring the fences in. We gotta sign power bats. We gotta get people to hit the ball. We gotta make the ball more alive, move, because that's what people want to see. Wilt Chamberlain changed the sport because he was such a
He would just
disruption.
take his time.
He was such a disruption to the game. They're like, yo, this can't happen. So, all right, thank you, boys. That was fun.
That was fun.
Of course, we had to go back to sports there.
Very
at the
fun.
end.
That was great.
We had to go back to sports. All right, boys, look, thank you for coming and doing this. I'm
No
looking
problem.
at
Super
time
fun.
on this half day, but thank you for coming and doing this because I know it's different. Hopefully, it's a little bit of fun. It's out of the
Lot of fun.
ordinary.
Yeah,
This
it was
was nice.
super fun.
But it's cool. It's cool for me to know who you guys are more than just like the bookworms on the other side of the desk cranking the workout. Obviously, this was a little bit more fun for me because we got to go
Sports.
heavy into sports, which
Yeah.
if it's not history, then it's sports for me. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you, boys, for coming down. Any last words before we sign out, or are we good?
Good.
Paul's
good?
losing in fantasy.
Wow. Oh,
Really?
that's right. That's the
Yeah.
matchup this week.
You want to say that?
Yeah, I want to say that.
We might have to
Part two.
see just keep
Yeah.
track
So
of this.
too.
I'm
Keep
from
track of
the
this.
future.
Yeah.
Because Zach was telling me you guys also have a punishment.
Yeah, Zach's gonna get.
Zach's gonna get the punishment.
He's in last.
Take care, Zach.
Take care.
Shout out, be ready, Zach. Yeah. Mr. Shout out, shout out to Take Care, Zach. Be ready.
He's
ready now.
And if he doesn't do the punishment, he gets kicked out of the league.
Kicked out of the league. It's harsh. I think.
No, but I like